So forget everything, forget the work that you are actually trying to do. Go and sit at your desk. Pull out a notebook, pull out a pen, and write down exactly what you want to do. The simple act of writing is productive, and doing productive things is gonna make you productive. Because here's the thing, you've heard this before, I've said this in multiple videos, self-image is the cornerstone to success. It will take you the distance that forced action cannot. Nothing can work for you if you don't have the corresponding self-image. And that's why you need to create for yourself a self-image, a blueprint of being a productive person. Because what does a productive person do? They're productive. And if you write down exactly what you want to do, then you're gonna find yourself doing that same thing later on in the day because you manifested it. So write down your plans, write down exactly what you want to do, create a step-by-step action plan which looks something like this. So now that we talked about writing, let's talk about reading. Of all of the habits that have made me productive and have absolutely eliminated all of the procrastination that I used to experience before, the number one habit that I can recommend to absolutely anybody is reading. Besides all of the benefits that reading provides with it, again, it's a productive habit. And productive habits reinforce the self-image that you have of being productive, of being a productive person. And ultimately that self-image, that personality that you have, that you are a productive person, that is what's gonna make the difference. When you're sitting at your desk and you don't know what to do, that's what's gonna flip the switch in you and tell you to go do the work. And you wanna avoid all of the unproductive habits like scrolling your phone, going on YouTube, doing random stuff. Because then again, these habits are gonna reinforce the self-image that you are not a productive person. And what does an unproductive person do? They're not productive. So just read every single night before you go to sleep. Reading is gonna reinforce the self-image that you are a productive person. Read something like this, The Way of the Superior Man. Once you read books like these, your life will never be the same again. You wanna know the truth? 99% of people do not read. And if you wanna be like 99% of people, go ahead, do the same things that they do. It's your choice. You can be like the 1% or you can be like the 99% of people. Look, that's up to you. If you wanna be average, if you wanna be like 99% of people, look at what the majority of people are doing and copy that. Emulate that and become the sheep among the many sheep who are just following the leaders. Being a sheep may seem nice and comfortable at first. It's the safe spot, it's the comfort zone, but the reality is it's painful. A comfortable life is a painful life. Ever since I picked up my first book 3-4 years ago when I was 16, my life has never been the same. I started reading every single day and here's what happened. I used to procrastinate so much that I would postpone one thing for weeks and weeks at a time and just forget about it. And then I'll realize that, damn, I actually have to do this. And that all started to go away when I started reading. It reinforced the self-image that I am a productive person. And what do productive people do? They're productive. They get work done. So you want to write down your plans, everything on a piece of paper, and you also want to read every single day. I'm gonna say this again, productive habits make a productive person, and a productive person is by nature productive. So the next thing I'm gonna be talking about in this video is productivity in steps. Every single thing, every single action that you do on a daily basis, you want to break it down into steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You want to live in steps. Let's say you want to finish some piece of work, you have to be specific. Your mind doesn't know. For example, I want to write my newsletter post. First of all, I don't even know what that means. It's so generic, it's so broad that my brain cannot formulate the steps and see them through. And that's why it's so hard to take action, because you don't know what's ahead. So I want to actually sit down and write my newsletter. So step number 1, move my legs and sit down at my desk. Step number 2, turn on the computer. Step number 3, open Medium where I actually write the blog. Step 4, click on the button, write new post. Step 5, start writing the headline. Step 6, write the first sentence. Step 7, finish writing the rest. And step 8, you're finished. Realize this, the less steps till the end goal, the easier you'll find it is to actually do that thing. So if you can eliminate unnecessary steps and prepare yourself ahead of time, you're gonna save yourself a lot of the mental resistance that usually is gonna block you from action. So another example 2, let's say I wanna write a journal. These are the steps. Step 1, sit at my desk. Step 2, pull out your journal and open a new page. Step 3, write down anything on the paper. This could be a headline, a starting sentence, or an entire page. So example 3, let's say I want to go to the gym. I can break this whole process into steps. This is going to make it easier to stick to the goals I want to stick to and always follow through on the action I want to take. So step 1, prepare my gym bag, a water bottle, change of clothes. Step 2, put on my shoes, open my door, and leave my room. Step 3, leave my house. Step 4, go and walk to the bus station. Step 5, take the actual bus. Step 6, now you've arrived at the gym, walk to the gym entrance, open the door and enter the gym. Steps are so important because they just clear up the process so much. You're never gonna know exactly what you want to do. That's why you need to prepare yourself ahead of time. So example 4, let's say it's recording videos for me on YouTube. Step 1, take my camera, turn it on and attach it to the tripod. Step 2, set it up where I usually record videos. Step 3, I want to turn the microphone on. Step 4, I want to revise the ideas that I'm gonna say, everything I'm gonna speak. Step 5, press on the record button and then walk into frame and sit in the frame. And That's it. Now the process of editing videos. Step 1, I want to plug the camera into the computer. Step 2, import all the files onto your PC. Step 3, import the A-roll, which is the footage of me speaking that I just recorded. Import all this onto CapCut. Then step 4, edit it. Cut out all the empty spaces and clean it up so that it's just a long video of me speaking without any mistakes, without any errors, and without pauses or unnecessary silences. Step 5, add music. Step 6, add B-roll footage. Step 7, check over everything and then export the final edit. Then step 8 is using the footage to make a thumbnail and then planning the title and writing the title. So I hope after all of these examples you can actually see the importance of preparation in steps. It's like a recipe. You need to know exactly the steps that you are going to take, because otherwise you're just lost, you're confused, and of course you're going to be unproductive because you're just going to beat around the bush. So make it easy for yourself to be productive by knowing exactly what it is that you are going to do and executing every single time according to your plan. That is basically how you can be productive 89% of every single day. So number 1, you want to do productive habits every single day. You want to read, you want to write, you want to journal, you want to do all of these things. You want to spend time on a passion, on a hobby. If you're an artist, you like to draw, you like to create something, create music. Spend time on such things, spend time playing sports and doing all of these things that are just going to make your mind sharp and make you productive. Because at the end of the day, if you're sitting at home all day and you're just lazy and you feel lazy, it's going to be very hard to get your mind into the workflow. But let's say you already had a good start to your day, it's going to be way easier to get into the flow. And it takes about 15 minutes of uninterrupted focus and attention to enter a flow state. And once you enter the flow state, it's the most amazing feeling ever. If you want to enter the flow state, please remove your phone and put it somewhere else. Put it on airplane mode so you don't get notifications. It cannot be on your desk when you're studying. It has to be at least across the room. It cannot be hands reach from you, because you're just going to reach when you get a notification and you're always going to snap out of this productivity flow state and you're never actually going to get work done. 2 productive habits that you can and should be doing all the time are writing and reading. Read whatever book you like. The fact of the matter is, reading is a productive habit, and it's going to just reinforce this mindset and this belief that you have in yourself, that you just know that you can get the work done whenever you want to get it done, whenever you need to get it done. And then the last and most important thing is breaking every single thing down into steps. Realize that the more steps you can complete, the closer you are to your goal. It's a lot easier to go to the gym when my shoes are ready, my clothes are ready, my gym bag is ready, and all I have to do is step out of the house and leave. So much easier to get to work when my computer is already open with the file, the Word document open in front of me, and I'm just ready to type. It's so much easier for me to record videos when my camera is already on the tripod. I just have to turn on my microphone and press record and speak. So much easier to edit videos when everything's already on my computer. There are always a few steps to every process. I like to call these logistics. These are the unimportant steps, like opening your computer, wearing your shoes if you want to go to the gym. If you want to start reading, it's choosing a book. And if you want to journal as a habit, trying to find a pen for 20 minutes is just going to get you out of the mood. Things like keeping a pen right next to your desk, right next to your journal is just going to make it a lot easier. So eliminate unnecessary steps. Have exactly a plan of every single thing that you want to do. Every single thing that you do is a process, so you need to break it down into steps. And then understand these steps that are important and these steps that are not important. Then have patience with the unimportant first steps so that you can get to those important steps where you actually do the work. And trust me, your life will never be the same again. So I'm Dan. I make videos like these every single day, so subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget, bro, become the person who could have saved their younger self. Take care and you got this, bro.